Today we start the book which is very most financial sense book company in the world. The book is name is Rich Dad and Poor Dad. The writer is written by Robert Kiyosaki. So today we discuss and we read the chapter and some which is very important for the who want to be good rich in life. Let's the rule number one. The Robert Kiyosaki is that you must know the differences between the on assets and liability. If any person you want to must be know the differences between the assets and liability. And what is the assets and liability? They must be identified which is the asset and which is the liability. Let's see what told the in this book. And only by assessed. That's all you need to know. But despite it being so simple and it's something that make people do not understand because a lot of people don't understand what is asset and liability. So they remember and also targeted the people and remind the people mind what is the differences between assets and liability again and again. Be care about it. When Rich Dad first explained it to the two now teenagers, they thought he was kidding, and how could adult not understand this? Should not everyone be rich? Should not everyone be rich? The problem is that the most people have been educated differently by banker, financial planner, and others. So they must unlearn what they think they know. Some find this demeaning or return to such a basic introduction because a lot of people who are already studied the educated in the field of the banker and financial planner and other, they also don't unlearn how to manage these types of two items and these types of two words assets and liability because they don't know clarity in his mind. Okay, the second, the problem is that most people have been educated differently by banker. Okay. The true definition of assets and liability is lie not in word but in number. Not in word but in number. The robot use drawing here. Robot use drawing to help reader the same way Rich Dad used them to help him. This is the cash flow of pattern of an assist. This is a cash flow pattern of assist. The income is directly go to the assets, not liabilities. The first two, the top part of the diagram is an income statement, often called a profit and loss statement. It is also called a profit and loss statement. It measures income and expenses. It measure your income and expenses, how much you income and how much you expenses in the daily life or in the year. It measure income and expenses, money in and money out. If you start a business, then you always come down the money in and money out. This is called a simple. If you want to if you have the curiosity to know about this financial situation, it's very simple, but you have to mean something logic to use put in your clarity mind. Okay. Money in and money out. The lower part of the diagram is a balance sheet. It called that because it's supposed to balance assets and liabilities. So why this is called balance sheet? The balance is called because your assets and liabilities it be balanced. What your income and what is the expenses, that the two things must be balanced. So that is called balance sheet. Assets aid your income and they put money in your pocket. The simple meaning of assets always put money in your pocket. It all bring money in your pocket and help to increase your assets. But this is the cash flow pattern of liability. Liability means you have money go out from your pocket. Liability take money out of your pocket. If you want to buy the something mobile phone, if you pay the money to the shopkeeper, the money goes out from your pocket. That is called liabilities. And on another example of assess means, if you want to buy something, gold, this gold or land or a house, this is called assessed. The value must be increased according to the inflation of the country. This the If you buy the land is always most expensive. If you want to talk before after 10 year, the valuable of the land is very less, but after nowadays must be expensive. So this is the very must useful tips the daily life to get the financial education educated. Which is written by the Robert Kiyosaki. Second, celebrity takes money out from the pocket and want to be rich, buy assets, and it seems simple. If you it look like the simple, it's not rocket science. You can easily understand what writing and what is be must be important for you. It seems simple, but so many people struggle because they buy liability. If you want to gain and maintain wealth, you must be build your understanding. It means that the Robert Kiyosaki say this is a very simple. It's not rocket science. If you have curiosity to know about the financial, what is financial education, the very simple to understand. You have to make some logic to understand, and it's very gain and maintain wealth. If you gain and maintain, it will be create a lot of wealth for future. But still, people is working hard, is struggling. They are gripping in the rat race. This is very bad for us, not good for us. First, the income. The income is directly come to the assessed, is called assessed, and the expenses is got to liability. The simple things is that. But the second diagram, you can see the expenses put in the liabilities. Expenses, liabilities or expenses, essence, it take out money from your pocket, but assess put money in your pocket. Remember, you are identifying what things you put bring the money, and what things you take out the money. It's not just a state number, but it's how the number tell a story of the flow or row in each of this diagram, or to see where the money is flowing or cash flow. It will tell you the story, the plot of the financial situation. It is only not the things you manage the sustainability. It is also tell the things what the story of your financial condition and what the condition of your financial situations. This all the things are so in this diagram. It means that it is the blood of your company, your financial, and you decide the whole your future is going brighter for you, and you will be the fit from the financial educations, and you must be the valuable things to get the financial situation, and you will be the richer and richer if you understand the simple things and you understand these things. Let's look. The first situations is here written by the Robert Kiyosaki. This is the cash flow pattern of poor person. Yes, this is very important, very important things. You can see here. This is a cash flow pattern of a poor person. How the poor person expenses their income. How the poor person income, expenses, how the lost, how to buy and how to use the poor person money, and how to, here also write, this is the cash flow pattern of person in the middle class, and how the person is flow the pattern. This is wealthy person, in richest person. The three things, the three types of categories here divided by the Robert Kiyosaki to understand the how the finance manage, and how the money manage, and how to expense. Let's see here. Income is the simple. You can, if you want to doing the job, the income is that is called income. Your salary come. If your salary come, you directly put the in the expenses, and if the expenses something remaining in your pocket or in your hand, and something remain in the cash in your hand, is go to the for other investment. For example, if you want to earn 50,000 per a month, your normally taxes and rent and food and transportation and clothes, and you manage the family food and accommodation, this all almost you will spend 30,000. Remaining 20,000 you pocket 20,000 to 2,000 or less than 40,000 you have the expenses, and 10,000 you remain to invest for the future. But this is a very bad habit, and this is a very low income. Due to so we are managing difficulty. So the poor person is poor because the poor person from first expense use their money in on the basic needs and demands, and also buy the transportation thing, and also buy the unnecessary things which is not usable for the daily life. So that the poor people, they trap in the wrong financial situation. Okay. The assets and liabilities. The second thing, this is the cash flow of pattern of a person in the middle class. The same thing, the income and assist. Income, rental income, interest rates, royalties, assets and liabilities. Income is directly come to the assets. Bond, stock. The middle class view sometimes if they buy the income, they directly put their money and their income in the assist sector. Just they buy the real stock, no bonds. They also buy the intellectual property. Intellectual property means that here is a one thing is new things is intellectual property. The what do you mean by the intellectual property? Intellectual property is the by that the things which is created by on their website, and in your website, and you can also take the example of one app just like the Facebook, YouTube. This is the intellectual property. If you make it and buy to the other, and this is called the intellectual property. Such types of WhatsApp, YouTube, TikTok, this is called the intellectual property. First you buy and manage and you sell to the other. This is the intellectual property. And liability is mortgage, consumer loan, and credit card. In this you can see here, the most their income is invested in the assets, not put in the liability, 2 or 3 only. But in the middle class, but in the poor people, they must be put the money in the expenses. After remaining this a small amount, they invest or put in the stocks or buy or invest to other sector. Let's see here. This is another example of this is the cash flow of person of a wealthy person. First income. Thus, if the these people or wealthy people or good people are doing the job, they have the salary and the salary is ready. First expenses not, but you see here liabilities. Liability mortgage, cottage, credit card and loan and schools loan. Then you put the expenses and goes to the assets. Okay, you can see here through this simplicity diagram, this cash flow tell the story of how each person handle money. Yes, the things is that this three diagram show how you handle the money, and how to use the money, and how to utilize the money. This is the cash flow, and in your hand the job, the money you have to, the salary you got from your job, and in your hand, and how to handle it, and how to apply it, and how to increase the money, and how to use the money in your daily life. This is the story of your cash financial situation. Hmm. Often this is the their things is the answer is to make more money, but only will more money not always be solve their problem. It compound them. It's why many people who get suddenly windfall through the lottery or an inheritance of instance so quickly burn through it, and increase in cash only result in increasement of spending. Most people want to increase your money, but sometimes they fall down, suddenly fall, windfall through the lottery. Instead of this, why the quick part, just why the people quick losses, just like lottery. Now what is missing for many people is financial education. Many people is a financial education. It's why they might end up successful in their professional but still struggling with money. Most people have the getting the higher education, MBA and other things is also get the financial education, but still struggling with money. They cannot earn the as you like that money. You cannot earn and you cannot manage those types of money. They have the learn how to make money but not how to manage. They learn, if they are going to the doing the MBBS, they learn how to make money but don't know how to manage it and how to develop it and how to invest it and where to invest and what are the actual things which we do for the money. That's why that things, people can very intelligent and still illiterate. Yes, see, people can very intelligent and still be illiterate when it comes to finance. They learn how to work hard for money, but not how to make their money work hard for them. Yes, the one thing is bigger things to say in this chapter. They learn how to work hard. They learn, their clarity of mind is that, mm, they learn how to work hard. They have belief system to create. If you work hard, then we learn the money. If you cannot hard work, then you cannot gain the money. But this is totally wrong. But in this book, the Robert Kiyosaki told not how to make their money, work hard to make money, not work hard to make money. We have to make their money. You have money has to work for you. Work hard, not you. Your money work for you. Your money work for you to do work hard. That are things. This is the smart financial planner idea. So we must be the things is that we must be the, don't we work hard, we work for money. Money is work for us. This is the writing by the Robert Kiyosaki, the very story. Robert, that one thing is also here. Robert tell how the story of young couple who get the married and start their lives together. Their income begin to increase, but so do their expenses. Yes, if you the couple guys you get the married and start their living together, their income begin to increases. Yes, because due to the sum of the, because if you are studying them after the marriage, people also demanding more things and they need the other items to do to use in the daily life. So they are also, after that their expenses will be increases. Okay. The couple is hit with the number one, expenses for more people, tax and other many people. It not income tax that give the biggest hit, but social security. It's roughly 15% of social security tax combined with the medical care tax rate. The things is it's by the, if you medical tax, if you are married and after that you also to take the social security, you have to pay the money to them. 50% tax also be cut out from your salary. This is the one is also deduction from your income the phone, and all of which must have the matches by the employer. Found the employer now cannot pay the worker, and the employee is charged income tax on that amount too. And one thing is that you don't to if you got the salary, you don't go to pay the social security and taxes to the government. The system is in your income system. Your company also cut down and pay to the social security to the government, and here writing that, and the employee is charged income tax, and that is called this social security and income tax is is cut down the income tax as a income tax on the amount to your salary come, and that salary you're caught up in your um, salary. And you after that, if you want to um, your job is um, earning 50,000, your must be 5,000 or 3,000 must be cut off on them, and then you have to get the money. The other thing, the young couple is faced with those taxes, and when they buy a house, property tax, and to go with a new houses in a new car, new furniture, and new appliance, suddenly their liability go up, filling with mortgage and the credit card debt. And the one things that written by the Robert Kiyosaki, the young people after he faces the all lot of tax situations in every sector, we can they are paying the tax. For example, if you buy something new furniture or new property or new car, no, a new appliance, just like mobile item, electronic item, these things is if you buy, you have to also to pay the tax, because the government system is also in added the tax on the every items and equipment and appliance. So you have also the paying the tax to the indirectly to the government to buy the new things or new item. After that, after the young couple, after the married people, we also giving the tax for as a, and tax is giving as a property or house buying tax, property tax, buy new furniture, buy new car, they are paying the other things is by as a, paying the taxes to the government. The filling with the mortgage and credit card, they also after their expenses is not enough to fulfill their needs, they offer the credit card debt. That the people is also the one grabbing in the rat race. The couple is trapped in the rat race. Yes, the couple is trapped in the rat race after why? Because they don't manage the finance income, and so after that he offer the credit card debt means and then the corporate trapped in the rat race. And I mean that the rat race, the word is by depth means that if your income is 5,000, 50,000, and your expenses is 70,000, that is the better. The people directly go to the rat race situations, and you have to trapped in the credit card debt. Yes, we remember. And add a baby to the mix, and they work harder, and higher income tax lead to the high taxes. They continue to rack up the debt, eventually rolling in their mortgage income in consolidations loan, but their habit have not changed. They are paying the taxes, they are paying the interest and higher taxes to the people or the government, but their habit not change. So the credit card debt continue. So the continue and the credit card will be continue running, and and their expenses also be more increases. Not mention they extend their home loan. After that, they are decided to take the one home loan and take the money from the in the bank. For this couples and so many like them, their true problem is not knowing how to handle the money. The true problem is they're not knowing how to handle the money, and they have it's because they have its causes financial literacy. The knowing the how to handle the money, that is called the financial illiteracy, and not understanding the two differences between the assets and liability. They are not knowing the true differences between the assets and liability. So many people do not take the time to question whether something makes sense and simply follow the crowd. Often they mindlessly repeat what they have been told. Diversify, and your home is an assist. Most of people are discussing and told, diversify, your home is an asset, and you got a tax break from going to in greater debt. Got a safe job. Don't make mistake. Don't take risks. Other things is because of the largest amount of the time, but the largest amount of time, Robert and Mike spend sitting, sitting, sitting in the meeting room with the rich dad and learning from the intelligent people. He's surrounding himself with they learned a lot and learn to the question, to understand the dogma taught at their school. It begin to the cause the problem and make them to grow the instance for their teacher. Robert also began the disagreeing with his own father over the many money pattern, especially what is to come to his poor dad view that his home was his greatest investment in constant rich dad so his home has liabilities. Yes, the two things is that they're discussing the home is one person is told to the home is assessed, and another person is told the home is the liabilities. Because if you buy the homes you have to manage the things is you have to put the painting, you have to must be resizing your room painting, you have to put them new furnitures and documentation of the new things and decorating the things. All of the your pocket losses, this all expenses your money is take out from the pocket. But other than that things that if I buy this assessed the home, after that after a long period of time, after 5 or 10 years, the value of the house and the land is being increases, so that they have things is assets and other things is liabilities. And many people still believe that their home is an asset, and Robert teaches that the home is a liability because it is take money out of your pocket, not only with taxes and expenses, because it lost the value and the opportunity missed when all you money is tied up and in your house, and that causes you to lose you out on the education of investment experience. Another thing is that don't means you cannot ever buy a bigger house, but you make sure the first buy says that will be the generate the cash flow up to pay the houses. When there are assessed or generate more than income to cover the expenses, the balance is reinvested into assist, which grew the assist column on a balance sheet, which produce more income. The result is that the rich who understand the difference between the assets and liability get richer or richer. The middle class get the stock in the rat race. Class get the stock in the rat race because they have treated their home as an asset instead of investing in income producing assets, and they are stock stock because their salary and their primary sources of income, and those when their income increases so do their taxes. So one thing is that is clear that if you want to the Robert in the Robert Kiyosaki mind, your house is a liabilities. But the poor people, the middle class people thinks is that our house is a liabilities. No, our house is assessed. But in the the house in the mind, in the presence of mind of Robert Kiyosaki is told the house is a liability, because if you want to build a house, if you want to build a house or manage the building, you have to lot of take the money up for your pocket to your pocket. And so the system is also the diagram told that if the money out going out of your pocket, that is called the liabilities. The same things is that told the report you write it Kiyosaki, if your money is good out from the pocket, that is called the liabilities. But most of people thinks that if I first paying after a long time, this is the liability. But there is a must after that, after a long time, the necessary and demanding of the items and equipment are increasing and they are grabbing the debt. The many investment in the mutual fund are paying the manager to the handle their accountant because they don't have that time to expertise to themselves, and so feel the mutual on playing this shape and they have to play that shape because balance it and not balance because they cannot take that advantage opportunity because they are mixed out of on the depth and only their salary bringing money in. Want to grow up rich, concentration of your report on bank when you truly understand what on asset is keeping liability and expenses low, you will be depend upon your research column. How? So how do you know you are wealthy? Robot definition of robot book minister follower. Wealth is a person ability to survive so many number of a day forward or office. I stopped working today. How long could I survive? Yes, that is the world people. If I cannot work for a long time, then how we can survive for a long time? You stop working today, if how we can long could we survive? That things is by wealthier person. On whether we have starting it, wealthier is a big wealth is measure of the cash flow from the assets column compared with the expenses column. When your assets generated enough income to the cover your expenses, you are wealthy. Yes, when your assets generate enough income to cover your expenses, if you invested the money into the asset and they generate the income to cover your all the expenses, that is called you are wealthy. When if you are not yet rich, left hemisphere moment, look at the number of and learn to read the story and they are telling. Assets put in your pocket. If something take money out of your pocket, it is not an asset, it's a liability. But remember again and again, left hemisphere moment must be listen careful. And the second things is that right hemisphere moment, the balance sheet drawing help explain the moment of a money through the difference people lives, how the people are living lives. Subconscious moment, the fear of ostracism causes people to conform to and not question commonly accept the opinion or popular trends, often to their financial detriment. This is detriment. Subconscious moment. The things is two things. The things must be the considered if you are to buy or selling, or with the salaries coming into hand into how to manage, and must be the things is to remember up in your mind. Thank you for watching and listening this audio. I think this audio is very helpful for you to get the knowledge of financial educations and literate. And I hope you will be after that. I hope you will be the manager of your money and and you are able to understand the differences between the liabilities and assets. Thank you for watching this video. Good luck. Bye bye.